What is up? What is up, awesome people of the internet? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Guys, after 16 days of competition, the Olympics is finally over, and we are going to talk about it. So I'm going to do like my version of a recap of the Olympics. I'm going to talk about everything that I thought was pretty interesting about the Olympics, talk about who won, talk about who lost, talk about some of the narratives that we have come out of this Olympics with. And guys, because I'm an American, I want to say that this is from an American perspective. So keep that in mind. I may not talk about your favorite country of choice. However, we are about to get into it, guys. After 16 days of watching games, of watching competitions of sports that I was very familiar with, sports that I was not familiar with, guys, I am tired. I am absolutely tired. I didn't think I was going to watch as much Olympics as I did this year. Like, it was crazy. Every single day, I was watching multiple sports. Sports that I had never even heard of. Sports that I didn't understand, but I was watching it. I was glued to the TV, and I was watching it. And guys, if you were watching it too, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, because there's a lot of people who was watching stuff that's like, I don't know what I'm watching, but go Team USA. that's, that's what we were saying. That's what we were saying. So in this stream, I am going to go through some of the things I thought that were particularly interesting about this year's Olympics. And because you all know, I am a huge basketball fan, I have a whole long section about basketball, in particular women's basketball and what Team USA did. So yeah, we're gonna save that at the end. But before we do that, I do want to just go through your Paris Olympic recap from a random American's perspective. All right, let's get into it, guys. Oh, what a time we had. Oh, what a time we had. We saw some great play. We saw some fun action. We saw some rainy days in Paris. We saw a river that people swam in that was terrible and people threw up. We saw a whole bunch of stuff that happened in Paris, from the controversies that started the Olympics with the Olympic opening ceremony to the games that commenced, to the protests that were had, to the interruptions that were made. So much stuff happened in just about 16 days. If you all didn't know, we had two two flag bearers for Team USA. It was tennis's Coco Gauff and basketball's own LeBron James. Now, guys, those two people led Team USA not to walk around a arena and proudly wave the flag to and fro. No. Their job was to stand at the front of a boat and hold the flag at nighttime in the rain. That's what they were charged on doing. The Olympics was very different this year. The opening Olympics were very, very interesting, where there was not an opportunity to have sort of it be in an arena where they just walked around. No, they were on boats, which sounds cool, sounds very, very cool, but not when it's raining. Also, not when you have so many countries to go past. It took Team USA, by the time Team USA went past, it seemed like it was nighttime. It was very, very dark out there, but Coco and LeBron did their job and held the flag. All right, so let's kind of get into specifically what happened in this Olympics. Guys, we saw 32 sports on display. 32. Here is a full list of the sports that were played, from pentathlon to judo to tennis, wrestling, badminton, canoe, a lot of stuff. Cycling. There were so many sports on display in this year's Olympics. Some sports that you probably never heard of, like trampoline. Did you know that was a sport? Did you know? Yes, that is technically a part of gymnastics. Fun fact. Did you also know that sailing is a sport? That shooting is a sport? Yes, it is a sport. And those sports were on display. And if you all had access to Peacock, you were able to watch every single sport, guys. Every single sport. And guys, the Olympics, it's about showcasing the greatness of sport. But also, guys, it is primarily about countries showing off and getting the W. And guys, here is the medal count. After all the competitions are over, here is where we stand. All right, Team USA is tied with China for the top spot for gold medals. We had 40. Team China had 40 as well. But guys, Team USA absolutely demolished in all the other ways. We saw 126 medals being awarded to Team USA. And guys, only 91 for Team China. So Team USA, we win. USA, 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 USA. Guys, Team USA won. And we did our thing once again. We got those gold medals. We also dominated for the silver and the bronze as well, because yes, absolutely, gold is the goal. However, if you can't be first, why not be top 3? I'm just saying. And Team USA did that more than everybody else. 126 medals for Team USA. China had 91. Great Britain had 65. France, the home country, had 64. And Australia had 53. Now, guys, there was a whole bunch of stuff talked about with this year's Olympics. But probably the thing that has gravitated everybody is a new sport that was introduced this year that will not be played in LA in 2028. The sport is called breaking. And breaking, guys, it was interesting. It was very, very interesting watching breaking this year. Again, this was the first year that we saw breaking. This is the first year that breaking was at breakdancing, aka breaking was at the Olympics. And guys, the person who galvanized the entire world was someone who didn't even score a point. Now, thing about breaking, here's kind of a quick intro to how it works for the Olympics. Technically, it is now considered a sport. There is a DJ for breaking that plays music. They select the music that they want to play, and the dancers have to dance to that music, sort of vibing along with the music, sort of like someone who's able to sort of impromptu think about stuff to do and sort of fit the music. So again, the DJs play the music and the dancers sort of have to fit that vibe. It's a new sport. And while nobody really cares who actually won the gold medal for the men's and women's for breaking, the thing that's on everyone's mind is this lady. This lady right here. She goes by the name of Reagan, and she is from Australia and has set the world on fire because her performance was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting, guys. Reagan is a 36-year-old professor, and when you think about breakdancing, you think it's freestyle, right? And the best breakdancers typically are younger people. But Reagan was on the slightly older side on that front, 36 years old. She is a professor. She has a PhD. Fun fact is she is a professor in Sydney, Australia. And she had a thesis that focused on the intersection of gender and Sydney's breaking culture. So that's what she does. Like, her thing is breakdancing. Her thing is break culture and sort of documenting that and teaching that and lecturing about that in Sydney, Australia. So this is her thing. This is this lady's thing, breakdancing. All right. She came into the Olympics knowing that she was not necessarily going to fit in with everybody else. Here's what she said. She said, I wanted What I wanted to do is come out here and do something new and different and creative. That's my strength, my creativity. I was never going to beat these girls on what they do best, the dynamic and the power moves. So I wanted to move differently, be artistic and creative, because how many chances do you get in a lifetime to do that on an international stage? Well, she did it. She absolutely did it. Her style was very different, very, very different. And it was not suited to perform at the Olympics and compete with top breakdancers in the world. Now, her style was odd. It was artistic. It was confusing to a lot of people. There was a lot of people who made a lot of jokes about her. And I'm not for all that. Like, yes, the dancing itself it really was odd. It really was. It didn't seem like it fit the music at all. It was confusing. I didn't personally like her performance. However, there's been a whole bunch of people that's been dunking on her, that's been talking about from like what she had on. It was like a Australian tracksuit. I thought her outfit was fine. I thought she was representing Australia, and that's what she got to do, right? That's her country. So like, why not represent your country? Have an awesome tracksuit on. I was cool with her outfit. There was a lot of people talking about her outfit. I didn't have a problem with that. The performance itself, yes, the performance itself was a bit confusing. It was a bit confusing. I didn't feel like she met the beat at all. It felt like she was just sort of in her own world, regardless of what the DJ played. And that was not a good look. That was not a good first impression. Because I've seen some great break dancers. Some of the medalists for this year for breakdancing were phenomenal. But the topic of conversation is Reagan from Australia, who did what she did. It is what it is. It is what it is. But guys, please don't go all against this lady. I mean, it was interesting. It was a thing, but no need to berate her on social media and all that stuff. But we'll see. Maybe Australia. We'll see. Maybe there'll be some sort of world competition, and we'll see some other Australian players or Australian breakdancers sort of do their thing. She was a professor, so I think her style is confusing and whatever. But anyway, that is the topic that everybody seems to be talking about, is breakdancing. Another sport that not a lot of people are talking about, but a sport that I have become obsessed with is fencing. Guys, also, if you all could please hit that like button as y'all are joining in, that would be pretty awesome. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, I am excited to talk to y'all about this Olympics. I know my primary thing is women's basketball, which we're going to get to women's basketball. So for those who want to talk about U.S. versus France, we will talk about it. We absolutely will. But I do want to get to some of y'all comments, actually, about breaking. Guy says she broke the art of breaking. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Paula says it's not going to be in the next Olympics. That is correct. Yeah, Paula, it is not going to be in the Olympics in 2028. Breaking would not be there. All right. Go says, old heads lament. Yeah. FM says, what if an American went to Australia and insulted their rugby or something else? Do you think that's comparable? I was just curious. I mean, I don't know, because for the most part, there's a lot of Asian countries who are really good at breaking, actually better than a lot of Americans at breaking. Rena says, I don't like it in the Olympics. Fair enough. It won't be in there next time. Rocket says, what was shocking was athletes talking about her. Well, yeah, that's the thing. But anyway, that is breakdancing. and how it was received at the Olympics. All right, next up, there is a sport that I have never really paid attention to until this year. And guys, it is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, it is called fencing. So on the screen right here, you see the gold medal champions for women's foil quartet. It features Lee Kiefer, Lauren Scruggs, Jackie Doverich, Maya Weintraub. Those are the 4 players who absolutely dominated for Team USA, winning the United States' first ever Team Olympic gold medal in women's foil. Now, guys, this is a huge deal. I know a lot of people don't pay attention to fencing. Fencing is not a popular sport. However, it was fun to watch Team USA do their thing and get the gold. Again, guys, I think this may have been the first year that I've actually seriously paid attention to fencing. I've always knew it was a thing, but I personally really did enjoy watching Team USA play, compete, and win the gold. Again, guys, this is the first time ever in United States history that the women's fencing team actually won a gold medal. Also, a fun thing to note is that Lee Kiefer, she won the women's foil individual gold. So that's really cool. Also, Lauren Scruggs, the youngster, 21-year-old Lauren Scruggs, she was able to get the silver. So Team USA wins the gold for the team. Lee Kiefer wins the gold for individual. And Lauren Scruggs wins the silver for individual. So shout out to Team USA. And guys, fencing is on the rise in the United States, and it is fun to see. Allison says, 2 things Americans love: an underdog story and winners. That is facts. That is absolute facts, Allison. Absolute facts. Paula says, yes, I watch fencing whenever it's on. Too bad it's never on TV. I mean, it seems like a cool sport. It seems like a cool sport. Guy says fencing is cool. It is. It is cool. Love to Ball says, did you see the speed climbing? Amazing. I did not see speed climbing. I did not. Winsome says, I enjoyed watching more fencing this time around as well. Yeah, it was cool. It was really fun to see. Really fun to see. And Team USA, I mean, if you win it, I'm happy. If you win it, I am happy. That's what I care about, man. That is absolutely what I care about. Guys, talk about winning. Let's talk about some swimming. Let's talk about swimming, because there have been some fantastic swimming that we saw on display this Olympics. Guys, I want to highlight 3 people who absolutely dominated, won 5 medals in swimming. I want to talk about them. So, Leon Marchand, this guy, the Frenchman, he did it for his country. He won 4 gold medals for Team France. He was a one-man wrecking ball. Marchand. I mean, this guy can swim. Like this guy can really swim. It was not much of a competition at all. So I gotta say that it wasn't much of a competition. He dominated. He dominated. Marchand was he was absolutely fantastic. 4 gold medals. He won in the 200 men's breaststroke, the 200 meter butterfly, the 200 meter individual medley, the 400 meter individual medley, and he won bronze in the 4x100 medley relay. So yeah, so many awards, so many awards, guys. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just him who sort of was doing his thing. Now, I do want to talk about somebody else who, an American, who I thought was awesome as well. Her name is Tori Husk. Guys, Tori Husk was fan-freaking-tastic in this year's Olympics. Yeah, it was fun to see. She won herself 5 medals in this one. 3 gold medals in the mixed 4x100 medley relay, the 100 meter butterfly, and the 4x100 medley relay. 3 gold medals for Tori Husk. Also, she won 2 silvers in the 100 meter freestyle and the 4x100 freestyle relay. Absolutely dominant. Absolutely dominant. And then, of course, we have to talk about the Australian Molly O'Callaghan. So she also won a whole bunch of awards. You know, it sort of is what it is. Sort of seeing these swimmers do their thing. These were the only 3 swimmers who won 5 or more medals. Now, Molly had a gold in the 200 meter freestyle. She won the gold in the 4x100 freestyle relay, and she also won the gold in the 4x200 freestyle relay as well. She got a silver in the 4x100 medley relay, and she won a bronze in the mixed 4x100 medley relay. Now, guys, these are the 3 swimmers who absolutely dominated this year, but it wasn't just about that. It was not just about the gold medals and what some of these competitors were able to do. But guys, when we talk about swimming, especially when we talk about swimming in America, if we're talking to Americans and we're talking about swimming, we're probably mentioning some very familiar names, right? We're probably mentioning the name of Michael Phelps. We're probably mentioning, how fantastic this man has been throughout all of his swimming experience. Like he's absolutely dominant from the men's side. But when we talk about USA swimming, we cannot forget to say the name Katie Ledecky. Guys, Katie Ledecky did not win a ton of awards this year. She didn't. She absolutely did not. However, she has made history. Guys, in this Olympics, Katie Ledecky won herself 2 gold medals. She won the gold in the 1,500 meter freestyle. She won the gold in the 800 meter freestyle. She got a silver in the 4x200 meter freestyle relay. And she won a bronze in the 400 meter freestyle. Now, guys, Katie Ledecky is absolutely phenomenal. She is the player who just, I don't know. She's just crazy awesome. The question is, how much more will we see of Katie Ledecky? Will she be in the 2028 Olympics? We don't know. However, what we do know is we witnessed greatness again. Katie Ledecky is only 27 years old, so she may be there for the next Olympics when she'll be 31 in the next Olympics. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Katie Ledecky is a winner. Winners win, and that's exactly what she did. She is recorded as winning the most medals by a U.S. woman ever. Most medals by a U.S. woman for Katie Ledecky. It's just continued greatness. Continued greatness for Katie Ledecky. So I did want to shout her out. Yes, she did not win. She did not win a ton of medals this year. However, her name will forever be in the history books for just dominating. Like, that's just what she does. That is what she does. 14 Olympic medals. 14. More than any other female Olympian. She's goated. Anna said it right. Katie is goated. She is. She absolutely is. She's goated. Slay says Katie didn't win a lot, but has the most of any woman swimmer. Yeah. She's awesome. So I had to talk about Katie Ledecky before we got off the swimming topic. And guys, let's move on and let's talk about gymnastics. Now, guys, I absolutely loved watching gymnastics this year. Now, guys, I am very curious to hear what you all have to say about gymnastics. I loved it. We're going to get into the controversy in just a second, but I absolutely loved watching gymnastics this year. It was fun to see. Guys, this photo is my favorite photo of the Olympics. Actually, maybe one of two. It was this one, and then it was the Sha'Carri Richardson one, which we're going to get to in a bit. Guys, Rebecca Andrade won the gold in floor. In silver, we had Simone Biles. In bronze, we had Jordan Childs. And it was awesome to see this photo. Like, it was so cool to see this photo. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Cool thing to note about Rebecca Andrade, she is from Brazil, and she made history for Brazil. She absolutely made history for Brazil. She is the first Brazilian female gymnast to medal at the Olympics. First ever. All right. I'm just saying. It is pretty cool. She also won the silver medal in vault. She also won the silver medal in individual all around, and won the bronze medal in the overall all around competition for her team. So that's something to note. That is something to note. Rebecca Andrade, she was fantastic. She was absolutely fantastic. Allison says, incredible display of sportsmanship coming out of the gymnastics scene this Olympics. Huge difference compared to the stiff atmosphere in the past. Yeah, absolutely. It was awesome to see. Alexandra says, as a former gymnast, there were so many women from other countries that impressed me this Olympics. Kalia Nimor on bars. I'm probably saying that last name wrong. I apologize. Yeah, to be honest with you, the only teams I really paid attention to for the Olympics for gymnastics was Team USA, and it was particularly Rebecca Andrade. That was about it. I really didn't pay attention to any other competitors, and absolutely there were some other competitors absolutely doing their thing and making stuff happen. But those were the only ones I particularly paid attention to. Now, guys, when we talk about the Olympics and we talk about we talk about Team USA, we talk about gymnastics, who do we talk about, guys? Of course, we always have to talk about Simone Biles, because Simone Biles, guys, is #goated. This girl, once again, continues to dominate. Absolutely dominate, guys. If you all could hit that like button, that would be absolutely fantastic. Please hit that like button. It really does help more people to find this live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, guys, Simone Biles. She just does it again. She does it again. And guys, when we think about Simone Biles and we talk about her, I think a lot of people will probably forget the fact that we have seen this lady for a long time now. we have seen her for a long time. She is 27 years old. Now, 27 years old is young. It's very young. In regular people, 27 is young. She's born in 1997. She's a very young person. However, when we talk about gymnastics, 27 is old for women. It is. In the modern age, most of the time when you see gymnastics people, they're usually very, very young. Usually. But Simone Biles was like, nah, I got this. I'm good. I'm gonna show up at 27, and I'm gonna dominate. I'm gonna dominate these youngsters. These youngsters ain't got nothing on me. They ain't got nothing on me, and they didn't have nothing on her. They did not have anything on Simone Biles. Simone Biles, 3 gold medals, 1 silver. She got a gold medal. Helped Team USA get the team all-around gold medal for gymnastics. Guys, they don't do it without Simone Biles. She literally has moves named after her. That's how good she is. Her score, the difficulty score is through the roof, guys. On just about every single thing she does, it's through the roof. She's just so much better than everybody else. Again, all around team gold, courtesy of Simone Biles. Of course, all the other players were doing their thing as well, but Simone Biles absolutely dominated and was the huge reason why Team USA actually won that team all around. Now, guys. Also, not only did she dominate in the all arounds, she also dominated in the individual play as well. So she won the individual all around. She won the gold individual all around because she's like that. That's just what she does. She wins gold. That's what she does. She also won the gold medal in vault because, guys, her vault, how high this girl gets up, how high she gets up is wild. Absolutely wild. What she is just able to do, it's just spectacular. Again, guys, the difficulty score is through the roof, guys. She also got the silver in the floor exercise because she did lose to Rebecca Andrade. But Simone Biles, she's been great. She will continue to be great. She has 11 Olympic medals. 11, guys. In gymnastics. This does not happen very often, especially in the modern age. This does not happen, guys. It doesn't. It does not happen. But she did it. She absolutely did it. Guys, we first saw Simone Biles in 2016. We saw her in 2016 in gymnastics. We're in 2024. And she's still at the top of her game. What? Again, guys, this does not happen in the modern age for gymnastics. You don't see 27-year-olds doing what Simone Biles is doing because Simone Biles is goated. She is one of one. Nobody can do anything the same way that Simone Biles can do it at 27. I'm just saying, guys. She's phenomenal, and I had to talk about her. I had to. Paula said I saw the vault when they were competing, and she won it. It was amazing. Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Alexander, yeah, you're right. Yeah, said she was dealing with calf issues the whole time and still managed to snag 3 golds. The judges were being weird to her on the last day, though. I don't know. She's crazy. She's crazy awesome. She is crazy, crazy, crazy awesome. So, yeah. Anna says she's like Braun dominating at 40. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Allison says Allie Raisman was only 22 when they joked that she was the team's grandma. Now look at the team. Yeah. And guys, Gabby Douglas was trying to get in this Olympics. She was trying to get in this Olympics. She's still competing. So, hey, who's to say we will not see Simone Biles in 2028? Who's to say? Because she's still top of her game, winning gold against these youngsters at 27. So I'm just saying, maybe we'll see. I think she hangs it up after this, but who knows? She absolutely can still compete. And guys, the talk of the town is this: 4 seconds too late. 4 seconds. That has been the controversy of sorts. That has been the thing that everybody has been talking about. This issue that happened today. I want to walk through it and sort of tell you all what happened, why it happened, and what's going on. Okay, guys. So, Jordan Childs won the bronze in the women's floor exercise. This past week, she won the bronze. Now, this bronze came with a little bit of controversy, right? So, Rebecca Andrade got gold. Simone Biles got silver. Jordan Childs originally was not bronze and then got changed to bronze. So guys, initially, Jordan Childs had a score of 13.666. That was her score. That was her original score, and she was not going to medal. All right, she was behind Anna Barbosu. She was behind Anna Barbosu. She is from Romania, and Anna was like, hey, I got the bronze, great. But as Anna had her flag on ready to display it once they fully announced everything, because Jordan Childs was the last competitor to go. She's the last competitor to go. She didn't score enough initially, and Romania was like, yeah, we got the bronze. But there was a change, and Jordan Childs, her score was changed. It was bumped up by 0.1. It was bumped up by 1 point. It was her score was bumped up from 13.666 to 13.7666. That put her in third place. All right, which gave her the bronze. So this was a late change that was very, very surprising. Again, guys, we saw the Romanian player with the flag on. She was ready to start to celebrate, and Jordan was right next to Simone Biles, and they looked up, and Jordan was like, "What? I got the bronze? It changed?" And then they were so excited. And we saw the Romanian player very, very upset about that. Now, guys, what happened after that? What happened after that is that the Romanian Federation, they of course filed an appeal because they're like, hey, what the heck? You changed the score, and now our player didn't end up with the bronze. Now America ends up with the bronze. Let's look at this. Something fishy was going on. And they filed an appeal, and they sent it to the Olympics Court of Arbitration, and it was decided that actually Jordan Childs did not win the bronze. Now, guys, here's specifically what happened. So, the original score was put out there. Team USA filed, and Team USA appealed the decision. They appealed the score because they're like, hey, you didn't count all of her points right or whatever. So they redid the score, and then that's how they added that 0.1, leading to Jordan Childs getting the bronze. Turns out that the Olympic Court of Arbitration is now saying that actually that appeal was filed 4 seconds too late. It was filed 4 seconds too late. So they have a minute to appeal. They have a minute deadline to request an inquiry after a score has been given. And it turns out that supposedly, according to the Olympic Court of Arbitration, that appeal was given too late, which means that Jordan Childs does not have the gold. Now, guys, there's been a lot of conversations about this online. A lot of people are really, really upset about this. A lot of people are upset. And guys, Jordan Childs has spoke out a little bit. She did say, she did post on social that she is taking some time and removing herself from social media for her mental health. Because, yeah, I mean, it could be, it's probably pretty terrible mentally to, like, get awarded this bronze, something that you've worked so hard to get. And then for them to say, actually, no, you didn't win. Give it back. Give us the medal back, because they want the medal back. The Olympics want the medal back, and she's gonna give it back, of course. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Also, guys, I do want to share what Romania, the new bronze medalist, Anna, had to say. Anna said, Sabrina, Jordan, my thoughts are with you. I know what you are feeling because I have been through the same. I know you'll come back stronger. I hope from deep of my heart that at the next Olympics, all three of us will shine, share the same podium. This is my true dream. This situation would not have existed if the persons in charge had respected the regulation. We athletes are not to be blamed, and the hate directed to us is painful. I wanted to end this edition of the Olympics Paris 2024 in the spirit of Olympianism, the true value of the world. So yeah, that is what she had to say. Let's get to y'all comments. Future Goat, thank you so much for the super chat, says, if they want it, come get it back in blood. Jordan Childs is gonna give the medal up if it turns out that she actually didn't win it. She's gonna give it up. But yeah, they do want it back because now they're saying that Anna Barbosu actually won. So yeah, we'll see. We'll actually see what happens. We will see what happens. But guys, we have some new news to note. Gymnastics. USA Gymnastics have posted this on social. They said USA Gymnastics on Sunday formally submitted a letter and video evidence to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, conclusively establishing that head coach Cecile Landy request to file an inquiry was submitted 47 seconds after the publishing of the score within the 1 minute deadline required by FIG rule. So, according to USA Gymnastics, hey, we beat the 1 minute deadline. We actually beat it, and we actually beat it by 13 seconds. In 47 seconds, we submitted an inquiry. They further say, in the letter, USA Gymnastics requests that CAS ruling be revised and Child's bronze medal score of 13.766 reinstated. The basis for the CAS ruling on Friday, striking down the inquiry, was that the inquiry submitted on behalf of Ms. Jordan Childs in the final of the women's floor exercise was raised after the conclusion of the 1 minute deadline provided by Article 8.5 of the 2024 FIG technical regulations and was determined to be without effect. The time-stamped video evidence submitted by USA Gymnastics Sunday evening shows Landy first stated her request to file an inquiry at the table 47 seconds after the score is posted, followed by a second statement 55 seconds after the score was originally posted. So they said they did it twice. They said they did it twice. The video footage provided was not available to USA Gymnastics prior to the tribunal's decision, and thus USA Gymnastics did not have the opportunity to previously submit it. So they're saying that, hey, We didn't get the video footage in time. So when y'all made this decision to renege the bronze medal from Jordan Childs, we did not get to show you all proof that we actually did submit the appeal before the 1 minute deadline. Guys, the judges got some explaining to do. The judges got some real explaining to do. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting that this is a thing. You know, a lot of times I watch gymnastics a lot, but I don't really I don't really think about the judges at all. I just like, oh, you know, but clearly the judges had some issues. The fact that if the appeal came a minute after the deadline, why wasn't the judges timing it in real time? Why wasn't the judges timing? Okay, boom, the score comes out. 60 seconds on the clock. Have a stopwatch. 60 seconds. Boom. And that way you can just prove, okay, yeah, you got to me in time. Okay, great. 47 seconds. You got to me in time. We're gonna change that. But for you to allow the appeal to go through, the appeal to go through, and then after Romania is upset about it and they cause a stink, now you're like, actually, it was 4 seconds too late. Why didn't you time it before? Why didn't we know it was too late before? Like, the judges are suspect, guys. That is suspect. The way that this has happened is absolutely ridiculous. If it was 4 seconds too late, you should have said it. You should have said it in the moment. You should have been timing it in the moment, and you should have not had to wait for Romania to raise an appeal. You shouldn't have had to wait for that. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And guys, you know, it is what it is. Gymnastics, you know, they got a blemish now. The judges. Because a lot of times, I think a lot of people, myself included, didn't really pay attention to the judges like that. But this, come on now. If it was 4 seconds too late, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. That's not my problem at all. Like, I'm not like, oh, America just needs to win the bronze. If it was too late, it was too late. But you should have said it in the moment. Who was running the time clock? Who was doing it? Was anybody running the time clock? Was anybody? It's absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Liddy Season says, just give them both a medal. Nah. I'm not in agreement with the everybody wins type of thing. Nah. Mm-mm. You can't give everybody a medal. They need to look at the footage. CAS needs to look at the footage that was submitted by USA Gymnastics and make a decision from there. No, I don't agree with everybody needing a medal. Nah, because either Jordan Childs won or she didn't. Either the appeal was sent within the minute mark or it wasn't. USA Gymnastics says they have video proof that it was. So, what video did CAS look at when they said that actually Romania was correct and Anna actually won the bronze medal instead of Jordan because the appeal happened 4 seconds too late? What video did they see? What video did they see to determine that it was 4 seconds too late after the minute was over? What proof did you see? Did you just did a judge just randomly say, oh yeah, it was 4 seconds too late? Like, how do you know that? How do you know? How do you know? Janae says, Quita with the receipts. I mean, I don't know. It kind of annoyed me. I was like, come on now. Come on. You're ruining gymnastics, judges. You're ruining gymnastics. Girl says, nice of you to cover everything. Yeah, I got to talk about it because I love sports, guys. I love sports. Future Ghost says corruption. So yeah, well, we'll see. And also says Romania was lying. Well, if they're lying, then why did CAS agree? The Court of Arbitration for Sport, they agreed that supposedly it was too late. So I'm just saying. But yeah, anyway, let's get off the gymnastics conversation. All right, let's move over to track. Now, guys, USA Track did their thing this year. USA Track and Field, you know, they're a really good squad. And they are a squad that has won 14 gold medals, 11 silver medals, and 9 bronze medals. So I want to sort of talk through some of the stuff that I thought was pretty cool. There was some stuff that I thought was super cool about this USA team, and there's some narratives that I was like, man, this is awesome. One, Team USA women absolutely dominate relays. Absolutely dominates relays. It's just, you know, I don't know. It's something about Team USA where they just, a relay, oh, they got you. Sydney McLaughlin Lavroni. This girl, two more golds. Easy peasy, 2 more golds for her. She had the gold medal in the women's 4x400 relay. And, of course, hurdles is her thing. So Sydney McLaughlin is going to get them hurdles, okay? She won the gold in the 400-meter hurdles. Now, I don't know. Team USA women, they got the bronze. I mean, they got the baton pass down. They have it down. It is not an issue for Team USA for the women to pass that baton around and make stuff happen. Now, I'm just, Sydney McLaughlin's awesome. She just seems like a great person. Like, she just, like, I don't know. It's something for someone to be a great athlete. But it's also something to for someone to just be just cool people. She just seems like a great human being. And personally, I love to see it. Yeah, so it's kind of the thing, guys. Team USA, they just dominate. That's just what they do. It wasn't just Sydney McLaughlin. It was Gabby Thomas who just, you know, Gabby Thomas is Gabby Thomas. She does her thing. You know, winning gold again. She's just great. She is just absolutely great. She won the gold in the women's 200 meter. You know, it was fun to see. Yeah, I don't know. Gabby Thomas, phenomenal. It was fun to see. It was very, very fun to see. But for the men's side, 4x100, terrible, guys. Can USA Track do something with the men? 4x100. What is going on, guys? What is going on? We're trash. It's like the baton handoff is just bad every single time, and I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, but guys, we did win the gold for the men in the 4x400 relay. So we did win that for the gold, and I want to talk about that because I think that's kind of cool. And particularly I picked this photo, because I thought it was pretty awesome. Guys, this photo is of 16-year-old Quincy Wilson. 16. The kid is still in high school. He's going back to school pretty soon. Gonna walk in his cafeteria with the gold medal on his neck. Crazy. 16 years old. It seemed like he was wasn't totally himself in the relay. I will just say that. It was good that they had him lead off. Which was great because he was slow. He's a very fast kid, absolutely very, very fast kid. However, I think, he's just, it's at the end of his season. He's been running for a long, long, long time so far this year, and he got a little bit tired. So they had him lead off. And guys, he ended up getting a gold medal. What? Come on. That is cool. That's cool to see. By far the youngest player, the youngest racer for Team USA, especially to win a gold. It's just crazy. Quincy did his thing. He's young. He was probably injured. He was tired, but he did his thing and is leaving with a gold medal. And guys, the fun part is when we looked at the other ages, they showed the ages before the race happened, and they were showing the ages. Okay, you had Quincy Wilson, 16-year-old. He led off. He handed the baton to Vernon Norwood. Vernon Norwood is twice his age. Vernon Norwood is 32 years old. Got the baton from Quincy and made it do what it do. In the 4x400. 4x100, suspect. Team USA needs to figure that out. They need to figure that out, okay? They need to figure that out. But when it comes to the 4x400, Team USA men win the gold. All right, let's continue on. And of course, I cannot talk about track, especially talk about USA track, without talking about the lady, the myth, the legend, the Sha'Carri Richardson. Guys, she had probably the it was this photo, and it was the gymnastics photo. To me, ties for the photo of the Olympics. Guys, Sha'Carri Richardson was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah. She had that sort of look back at him type of vibe that happened today. Now guys, it was during the 4x100. Sha'Carri Richardson was the anchor leg, and she was finishing it off. And she was running. She looks over to her right, and just a little eye on the competition. All right, I see you. All right, let me win this gold. Like it was so awesome, guys. I forgot the guy, the two people who do the commentating for women's and men's track. Phenomenal. I forgot their names, but they are phenomenal. The guy was like, and here comes Sha'Carri Richardson. And Sha'Carri started, bo, 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 bo. And she was going. And then she looked to the side and was like, yeah, I know. I got this. And she takes home the gold medal. Y'all better give Sha'Carri some props, man. Y'all better give her some props. I know, she rubs some people the wrong way or whatever, but Sha'Carri Richardson is she is a beast. And guys, she had to have the anchor leg of her life because Team USA was not necessarily in a position to win the gold when she got the baton. And this girl turns on the Jets, and there goes Sha'Carri Richardson. And she just, yeah. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Shauna. Otto, yeah. Otto is that guy. That guy is phenomenal. She looks over and was like, I see you. You thought you was gonna win the gold. I got this. It was so cool to see. It was so cool to see. And Sha'Carri Richardson is Sha'Carri Richardson. It's fun. She won the silver medal in the women's 100 meter and won the gold as the anchor in the 4x100 relay for the women. So the women absolutely dominate for the whole Olympics for Team USA. It felt like the women were really sort of carrying the torch. They absolutely get the job done. They get the job done. Janae says them Jamaicans probably somewhere punching the air. I mean, Liddy says she did a Usain Bolt. Yeah, she was gone. And when you look back at him, that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So Sha'Carri Richardson, I had to shout her out, guys, because she absolutely did her thing. Rena says, Shafuni. Shafuni. All right, from track and field to the rugby pitch. Guys, rugby is my new favorite sport. It's my new favorite sport. I didn't know anything about rugby before. I knew nothing about rugby. Rugby was not a thing that I paid attention to. But this year, I paid attention to rugby. Rugby was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome to see. And rugby is my new favorite sport, I guess. It's my new favorite sport. I wanted to talk about it because when we talk about breakout sports, we talk about the Olympics and we see sports come out of nowhere and people are like, I didn't know this was a thing and now I love it. Rugby is in that. Rugby is in that now, where a lot of people are like, rugby? What? And guys, when we talk about women's sports, largely when we talk about women's sports, it's primarily about personality that sort of drives it. Women's sports, doesn't get the same attention as men's sports, right? You don't see that conversation being had. You don't see people talk about women's sports like that. It's not even about domination. It's not about that. It's about just there not being enough interest. There not being enough interest for women's sports. And so women's sports in general, pick a sport, any sport, for the most part, is usually way less popular than men's sport. And also, just even then, people don't really pay attention to it like that. All right? People don't really pay attention to it like that. But now, people are paying attention. Allison says, I just subscribed to Maher's on YouTube. She's a very charmer vlogger as well as a great athlete. Yeah, she is the player that everybody seems to be paying attention to. She is absolutely fantastic. She has a personality like that's up the wazoo in terms of just her infectiousness. And I'm a fan. I am an absolute fan of hers now. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I started seeing her on Instagram, and like even before they started with the Olympics, and I was like, oh, okay, rugby's a thing. And then I just saw like how she sort of carries herself, what she does, and like how she uses social media to grow rugby. It's huge, guys. She has 3.6 million followers on Instagram now. I'm just saying, personality drives women's sports. Personality drives it. And Maher, she's the person now. She is absolutely the person who is going to take women's rugby to the next level. And guys, now I'm getting tickets to a rugby game. I'm going to go to a rugby game. I'm going to see it. I'm going to go to a rugby game because I got to see it in person. It seems pretty awesome. It seems pretty awesome. And shout out to the U.S. National team for rugby. They do win bronze, which is kind of great. That is kind of great. So yeah, I did just want to talk about that real quick. Yeah, they didn't win gold, but I don't know much about rugby, so I don't know if they was really good enough to win gold, but they won bronze and they won the hearts of Americans all around the country. New Zealand, surprise, surprise, won the gold medal for the women, and Canada came in second place. So gold, New Zealand, silver, Canada, and the bronze goes to the US of A. And guys, rugby, I like it. So I may be talking about rugby more in the future. Who knows? I may be talking about it more in the future because it seems very fun. Paula says, people are talking about women's sports now. Even guys have podcasts talking about the WNBA. Rugby is international. Only in the USA is it not. Well, rugby is about to get popular in the USA. It's about to get popular. It is about to get popular. Lindy says handball was crazy too. I did not watch handball. That's the one thing. I did not watch it. There was so much stuff to watch. I didn't watch it. Alexandra says, put Alyssa Thomas on the rugby team. She needs to be on there. She needs to be on there. Absolutely. She needs to be on there. What's up, Frank? Hope you are doing well. What's up, man? What's up? All right. And guys, celebs were everywhere. Celebs were everywhere this Olympics. We saw Tom Hanks. We saw Jason Kelce. We saw Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. We saw a lot of Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was everywhere. Tons of outfit changes. He was everywhere. We saw Flavor Flav in the building as well. We saw celebs up the wazoo. The Olympics, it brings out the people with the money. And the people with the money was there. And they were cheering on the US of A, and it was fun to see. So many players were celebrated and encouraged by celebrities who were there in Paris. It felt like all the, like when we saw photos of celebrities over the last couple of weeks, most likely they were in Paris for the Olympics, taking those photos. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, guys. I do want to give a huge shout out though. A huge shout out to how some celebrities are not just, they're not just saying, oh yeah, I support Team USA. No, they're putting their money where their mouth is. Flavor Flav, guys. I don't know if you all know this, but Flavor Flav is sponsoring the U.S. water polo team. Flavor Flav. And the thing that I love the most about this is that I just the way that he's like, you know what? I'm a girl dad. I want to support these ladies. These ladies have to do all this work to represent the US of A, and they have to use their own money and all this stuff because they don't have brand deals and all this other stuff. Flavor Flav was like, you know what? Women's water polo, I want to be there for y'all. I want to be there for you. And Flavor Flav signed a 5-year sponsorship deal with the women's and men's water polo team for the U.S. All right. Um, it's huge. It's absolutely huge what he has been able to do. And I just love it. I just love it. Michelle Kang, who is not in this photo, but she is a lady who just is absolutely supporting women's sports all throughout. She said she's giving women's rugby $4 million to support USA Rugby for the women, which is awesome. You got lots of celebs, millionaires who are saying, hey, I'm a step up, and I am going to help out. Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams' husband, he also was given some money. He said that he would pay every gold medal winner. He said that he was going to give 36 of the women Olympians for Team USA. Oh wait, no, it's for track. It was for track. He was going to give the Olympians $60,000 that they won the gold in Paris, and Gabby Thomas won the gold. So I guess she's about to get $60,000 from Alexis Ohanian. Lots of money has been promised and whatnot. Snoop Dogg absolutely got a whole bunch of money to be there. He got a whole bunch of money from NBC to be there. Because guys, again, they are promoting The Voice. He's going to be on The Voice, and they said, hey, we're going to have you. We're going to give you all these outfits, and we're going to pay for you to be in Paris. And he was basically the mascot for Team USA. Basically the mascot. So, yeah. All right, guys. Let's move on to women's soccer. Because Team USA is back like they never left. Team USA has won the gold medal 5 times. They are back at the gold medal game, and they won it. The last time they won the gold was in 2012, a very, very long time ago. This team was completely different in 2012. We have got several times after that. Team USA for women's soccer, in my opinion, has pretty much always been the best team in the world. However, a lot of times we wouldn't play like it. We finally have a crew, our forwards who are fantastic. We also finally have a coach that I think will be the coach for at least a decade for Team USA. I think Emma Hayes is absolutely phenomenal. This team, redemption, won in 1996, won in 2004, 2008, 2012, and finally they win again in 2024. Now when we talk about Team USA, they're back like they never left. And the reason why they're back, yeah, sure, it's new coaching, absolutely. But guys, it is about the triple espresso. The triple espresso. Trinity Rodman, Sophia Smith, and the lone goal winner today is Mallory Swanson, who plays for the Chicago Red Stars, might I add. Shout out to the Chicago Red Stars. I'm just saying. This team has a very good squad. A really, really good squad. Defensively, I thought we was a little bit suspect in that gold medal game. We played against Brazil, but we were able to outshine them and get the dub. It was a fantastic pass to Mallory Swanson by Corbin Albert. Ball goes to the back of the net, and we get a dub. Team USA back in the gold medal life for women's soccer, you know. But again, this triple espresso trio, these girls, they are going to lead us to the future for women's soccer, because Emma Hayes has smartly realized that you want to keep this 3 on the pitch at the same time. Start all 3 of them, work around them, make sure they are involved in everything. And as a result, almost all the goals are scored by the triple espresso. All right. The days of the midfield needing to do everything for Team USA at times is gone. Nah. I mean, midfield's cool, but it's all about the forwards now. It's all about the forwards now. And I love it. I love to see it for Team USA. This is exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. Now, guys, you know, I am very biased to Mallory Swanson because I think she's phenomenal. She plays for the Chicago Red Stars. That's why I've seen her play a lot in person because she plays for the Red Stars, and I go to like a lot of the Red Stars games. But she's great. But guys, it wasn't just the triple espresso. I don't have a graphic for this. I wish I did. But guys, we have a goalie who is fantastic. Her name is Alyssa Nair. Alyssa Nair, Alyssa Nair is Alyssa Nair. Guys, I don't know what else to say. She is the best goalie for Team USA. The best goalie. She has saved our butt time and time again in this Olympics, and in that last game, in that gold medal game, she saved our behind. She got a paw on a guaranteed goal if she doesn't get to it. Alyssa Nair, again, I'm biased because I watch her all the time with the Chicago Red Stars. She's great. But once again, at the biggest of levels, Alyssa Nair tells the world that she is that girl. I mean, she can do everything. She's going to get a paw on the ball. She's going to save it. If you need her to, if it comes down to penalty kicks, she can kick it for you and she can score a goal. What goalies do you know that can, do a great job as an actual goalie and then come out there and kick a penalty kick and actually make it? Alyssa Nair, in my opinion, and I sort of talked about this in the previous live stream that I did with the gold medal game, but in my opinion, the best goalie ever is Hope Solo. Second best goalie is Alyssa Nair. Brianna Scurry absolutely was phenomenal as well. Absolutely was phenomenal. But Alyssa Nair is just showing that she is head and shoulders above a lot of the other goalies in the world. It's just great. It's just great to see Team USA finally is back on top. Finally, they have returned. Now, guys, from soccer to basketball, Team USA do what they do. Winners win, and Team USA wins the gold for both the women and the men. And both the women's and the men, they both played France, and Team USA gets the job done. Now, guys, when we talk about the men, we got to talk about the chef. All right? We got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the Steph Curry. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Curry. I don't know what it is. In the biggest of lights, in the brightest of lights, when all craziness is happening, when it's win or go home, win or kind of get embarrassed, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to give the ball to Steph Curry. Steph Curry absolutely dominated. He had 36 points. 36 points in the semifinals versus Serbia. All right. 9 of 14 from the three-point line for the chef and Steph Curry. All right. That's in the semifinals. In the actual gold medal game, Steph Curry, 24 points. 24 points against France in the gold medal game. giving Team USA what they needed to get the dub. The Chef Curry, he does it again. I mean, he's a big bucket guy. That's what he does. That's what he does, and it was awesome to see. I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. Now, guys, let's get to the thing that I talk about a lot. This channel is all about women's basketball, and of course, I wanted to just do a quick highlight of all the other stuff that happened. But guys, my thing is women's basketball. And guys, Team USA, I got to talk about them. I got to talk about them because the dynasty continues, guys. For USA basketball for women, the dynasty continues. When we talk about Team USA, we talk about a dominant squad, right? We talk about a squad that is just fantastic. You know, we talk about a squad that coming into this Olympics had won 7 gold medals straight. 7 straight gold medals. And they were on their road to win their 8th gold medal. 8th straight gold medal. And you know what they did? They won 8 straight. They got the dub today, beating France. By 1 point, might I add. I'm about to get into that game. But Team USA won their 8th straight Olympic gold medal. This team is goated. This team is a legit dynasty. This is the longest Olympic gold medal streak in a traditional team sport. So there is no team sport, no traditional team sport that has ever done what Team USA for women's basketball has done. Nobody. This is a dynasty, period. Dynasty, period, for Team USA. USA men's basketball, they actually won 7 straight golds from 1936 to 1968. But now the women have won 8 straight. Now, Team USA, they get the job done, but there are a lot of people to thank for this win. They ultimately win this game 67-66. This was an extremely low-scoring game against France. Now, guys, I was expecting this to be a close game, but I was not expecting it to be this close. Team USA absolutely gritted out a win when it didn't seem like they were going to win. Didn't seem likely at all. For Team USA, we had a starting lineup that normally starts, or at least has started the last several games. We saw Chelsea Gray starting at the 1 and Jackie Young at the 2. Nafisa Collier at the 3. Brianna Stewart at the 4. And Asia Wilson at the 5. Now guys, coming into this game, I was like, okay, whatever. That's starting lineup. But Cheryl Reeve's going to make some adjustments. As the game goes on, we're going to be fine. It's going to be a close game in the first half, but it's going to open up in the second half, and we're going to be good to go. Guys, that was not the case. That was not the case. This game was way too close for comfort. Way too close. And it shouldn't have been that way. Guys, I have to say, like, I do believe, I 100% believe that, you know, Cheryl Reeves is a fantastic coach. Cheryl Reeves is a very, very fantastic coach. She's great. She's great in the WNBA. For USA basketball, the last couple of games, I thought she was okay. I thought she did fine. You know, in the semifinal game, the quarterfinal game, I thought she did fine. Today's game, I felt that there was mistake after mistake after mistake. I just don't get it. We set ourselves up to lose. We set ourselves up to get got because of the rotations that came in this game. It was ridiculous to me. It was ridiculous. We should have won this game by at least 15 points. At least. But we did not see that because Cheryl Reeve wanted a certain lineup in. She wanted a certain lineup in, and when we and it took us way too long to put certain players in. So Brittney Griner, case in point. Brittney Griner comes in the first half. She plays 4 minutes. She dominated. in the minutes that she was in. There was nothing. She was the tallest player out there for Brittney Griner. I believe she's like, 6'7" or whatever. She was the tallest person out there. All she had to do was turn around and shoot. She was scoring. And then what do? You take her out and you don't put her back in. There's no word about Brittney Griner getting hurt. There is no word about something happening and Brittney Griner, needing to sit out the rest of the game. There's no word about any of that. No word about any of that. So from my perspective, Brittney Griner was fine. From my perspective, she was fine. And she doesn't play. What? What are you doing? It's to me, it is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane for Brittney Griner to only play. How many minutes she played? She played 4 minutes and 42 seconds. What are you doing? She had 4 points easily, and her impact was way more than 4 points. Yes, Brittney Griner is slower for the Olympic game, right? So you can't keep her in for a long period of time. But you can put her in 4 minutes at a time, have her dominate, take her out, give her some rest, put her back in. That didn't happen. She was really, really good when she was in the game in the first half. You take her out, and she sits, and she sits, and she sits, and she sits, and she sits. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? I mean, okay, like you have a player who is 6'8", 6'9", whatever you want to call that. She's not in the game. She doesn't play. She does not play. And you have team players who are turning over the ball left and right. You can't keep control of the ball. There was a period in this game where it was just crazy. It felt like almost every single time up the court, somebody was turning over the ball. Whether it was Chelsea, whether it was Asia, whether it was Nafisa or Brianna Stewart, everybody turning over the ball left and right. Alyssa Thomas, Jackie Young, everybody turning over the ball. It was not pretty basketball. It was ugly basketball. For the majority of the game, this was ugly. And yet, we didn't see as many rotations in the game as I expected. It took us until the second half to put Sabrina Ionescu in the game. It took us into the second half. And to me, two of the biggest failures, in my opinion, is the fact that Brittney Griner barely played, and you didn't even play Sabrina in the first half. Sabrina Ionescu was an absolute spark when she came in the game. Absolute spark. Yes, Sabrina finishes the game with no points. However, you saw the transition when she came in. You saw it immediate in the third quarter when she came in. Really, really nice passes. I thought she played great in this game. Where was she in the first half? On the bench. She was just sitting there. She was sitting there on the bench, just twiddling her thumbs, waiting for her turn. I don't get it. I don't get it. Jewel Loyd doesn't play at all. Now, guys, I am all for players not playing in the Olympics. Just because you're on a team does not mean you need to play. But if the players who are out there are playing like crap, why not put somebody else in? Have somebody else try to do something. Make something happen. Why not? But no, we don't get that. Nope. We don't get that. Instead, we get a sloppy play by Team USA. We get an ugly game. If France could have hit their shots, France was shooting some stupid shots. Some stupid shots today. If France actually decided to stop shooting stupid 3-pointers and actually get smart shots up, yeah, they win the game. If France could actually hit shots, they win the game. Team USA does not win. All right? Team USA does not win if France actually hit their shots. If Marine Johannes, all those crazy 3-pointers that she shot all game, I think she only made one of those 3-pointers. If she hit some more shots, it would have been over. Team USA lucked out in this game. Absolutely lucked out in this game. At one point France was dominating the boards. At one point, they got old board. I believe in one possession. I believe France had like 4 offensive rebounds. Yes, they kept missing the shot and then kept getting an offensive rebound, but I was like, okay, Team USA, excuse me, when are you gonna get some rebounds? What's gonna happen? What are you doing? What are you doing, team? What are you doing? Ultimately, we do win on the rebounding front, 48 for Team USA to 39 for France. But there were absolutely some moments in this game where it was not good. It wasn't. We looked flustered. We looked out of sorts. And it just felt like we couldn't get a combination of players that really worked well until the second half a little bit. And in the second half, we saw Sabrina Ionescu come in the game. We saw Kalia Copper come in the game. And I felt like they really did turn it around for Team USA. Asia Wilson, of course, is Asia Wilson. We're going to get to Asia Wilson in a second. But to me, yeah. Kalia freaking Copper. She put the team on her back. And I'm not gonna call her what Asia Wilson called her, but Kalia Copper is that girl. And she absolutely made it happen for Team USA, ultimately getting Team USA the dub. Kelsey Plum was fantastic in this game as well. She did make some mistakes, but overall, she was a big bucket maker for Team USA. She finished with 12 points. KFC, 12 points. KFC, it wasn't just the offense. It was the defense as well. That was just absolutely huge for Team USA. It was a team effort. It was ugly, but they did get the dub. It was ugly, but they did get the dub. I do want to walk through the end of the game, because to me this was crazy. This was a very, very crazy ending of the game. Guys, I'm absolutely gutted for Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams is a player who put everything on the line to try to will her team to win. Guys, we had 11 seconds to go in the game. 11 seconds to go. Team USA was winning 63-61. Kelsey Plum goes to the free throw line, makes both her free throws. She gets fouled. Gabby Williams fouls her. Kelsey Plum goes to the free throw line, makes both her free throws. Score is 65-61. France is down 4 points. 4 points. 11 seconds left to go. What do? They give the ball to their best player, Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams drains the 3-point shot. Now, guys, it's a 1-point game. 1-point game. She drains the 3-point shot with 5 seconds left to go. 5 seconds left to go. She drains the 3-point shot. It is 65 Team USA, 64 France. Okay? 1-point game. You go from winning, from being like, oh, I think we won this game, winning by 4 points, 11 seconds left, to it's a 1-point game, only 5 seconds left. All right, Gabby Williams drains that 3-point shot. So they have to get the ball back, right? So France fouls Kalia Copper. Copper goes to the line, takes her time, hits both of her free throws. Okay. All of a sudden, 3-point game, guys. 3-point game. 67-66, guys. 3 seconds left to go in the game. 3 seconds left to go. Marine Johannes throws a long pass to Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams drains the shot. But, guys, Instead of France cheering that they are going to overtime, unfortunately, Gabby Williams, her foot was inside the three-point arc. It was an extremely long two-pointer. Extremely long two-pointer for Gabby Williams. Instead of getting a 3, she gets a 2, and Team France lose by 1 point to the U.S. Now, guys, I feel terrible for Gabby Williams because Gabby Williams put on a show. She single-handedly, for the most part, put on a show for Team France. She had 19 points for them, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Gabby Williams, all Olympics. Gabby Williams has really been the end-all be-all for this France team. She averaged 15.5 points throughout the Olympics. She was 10th in scoring for the Olympics. She was a player that was not just an offensive player. She was a defensive player too. Offense and defense. She provided anything France needed. Gabby Williams, she provided it. And she was the spark for them. She was their catalyst to sort of get them to where they were. Gabby Williams was fantastic in this game. She's been fantastic basically the entire tournament. And it is so sad to see it end the way that it did. Of course, I was rooting for Team USA and I wanted Team USA to win, but just the way that she left everything on the line. She left everything on the line. She said, you know what? The Olympics is in France. I'm giving it all I got. I'm giving it all I have. And unfortunately, it was not enough. Gabby Williams, she should hold her head. She should hold her head up high because she played her butt off. She did. Now, guys, there's a lot of people who are asking, why isn't Gabby Williams in the WNBA? Why? Because of prioritization. I think that that's a big thing. That is a big thing. Prioritization is a new rule for the WNBA, which means that if you cannot make it at the start of training camp without some reason as to why you can't make it, if you're injured or something like that, or have a death in the family, that's an exception. But if you do not make it at the start of training camp for the WNBA, you are suspended for the entire year. That's an issue. That's why Gabby Williams is not in the WNBA, because she does play overseas, and her overseas schedule does at times interfere with the WNBA. It does. And so that's the thing. Gabby Williams used to play for the Chicago Sky a long time ago. She then played for the Seattle Storm as well. Now, Angel Reese was like, hey, come on, Gabby Williams, come on over. Come on over to Chicago. Come on over to Chicago. I don't think Gabby Williams will ever play in the WNBA again. I don't see it because of prioritization. But we'll see. We'll absolutely see. She definitely can't come back this year. But who knows for next year? Who knows? Now, Gabby Williams is fantastic. She just is. She is. TG with the soda says Gabby cooked up was just a tough break on her foot placement. Yeah. She gave it all she had. She gave it all she had. So yeah, Alexandra says Gabby Williams is unrivaled. She is. She absolutely is. She absolutely is. Ghost says player unions should fight that. Why? It's actually the thing is, it's a good rule. The prioritization rule is a good rule. It really is. The reason why it's a good rule is because it actually allows teams to be able to make their decisions early. So in years past, I don't know if y'all remember this, but in years past, sometimes players would not get back from overseas until weeks into the WNBA season. So you would go through training camp with players that are not going to be on your final roster. They'd make the team day one. They'd be on the roster at the beginning of the season. While you wait for your players to come back from overseas. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes even 4 weeks into the WNBA season, finally the players get back from overseas. And now you have to waive a ton of people because now you actually have a team. Now you actually have your players back. Prioritization is a big issue in the WNBA, and it's a reason why they have it. They have it because you have teams that they don't have enough players. So they have to put players on the roster that's not going to be on the final roster, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. So actually, prioritization is good. It's a good rule. It makes sense for the WNBA, but it just leads to some results like this where Gabby Williams can't play in the WNBA or doesn't want to play in the WNBA because of it. And Emma Meesseman, another player who won't do it as well because, their number one priority is their overseas job, because for them, it's not overseas. Gabby Williams, I believe, plays for Fenerbahce. So that's the thing. Ghost says, I hear you, but team's interest is not necessarily the player's interest. The WNBA is literally cutting into Gabby's earning potential. It's also kind of soft bigotry against international players. Ghost, but the WNBA, the whole purpose of the WNBA is to make money. WNBA is a business, all right? And another issue that the WNBA dealt with is while players were still coming back to return, fans weren't really in the stands. All right? Because why am I going to the first couple weeks of the WNBA when the best players on the team, we about to get killed because the best players on our team is not even here yet. So attendance goes down. Viewership goes down until a couple weeks in when everyone's back. So it's the WNBA is here to make money. It's not here to just do everything that the players want. Of course, you want to make sure the players are happy, but at the same time, it's better for your bottom line to ensure that players are actually here. Players are actually in the building, and you can work around that. So it's a reason for it. I don't think it's soft bigotry at all. I mean, leagues have to have rules. They're companies. They have to have rules. They have to make money. I don't think it's bigotry at all, actually, because a huge portion of people that was affected, it's way more American players that are affected than the international players that are affected. Way more, because a lot of the American players play overseas. So, yeah, I don't know. Ghost says, yeah, that's why we need strong unions. Quita, business and labor don't have the same interests. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but ultimately Team USA has to make money. I mean, not Team USA. Ultimately, WNBA has to make money. So, it is what it is. They gotta have some sort of rules around this, because if they don't, a month and a half, you'll see players arrive, and that's not fair. I don't think that's fair. So, you gotta players have to make up their mind. What do you want to do? If you want to prioritize the WNBA, okay. You need to make a decision on the team that you go to, and make sure that they allow you to be back by the time the training camp starts. If the WNBA is a sad thing and you don't care that much, like Gabby Williams and Emma Meesseman and others, okay, well, whatever. The WNBA doesn't work out. The WNBA doesn't work out. It's okay. It's not a big deal. FM, I completely agree with that. Says WNBA has a business. Overseas leagues have a business. Choose one. Maybe they both work out, but you have to choose one priority. And then, go from there. There are players who are going overseas and they're also playing in WNBA, and it's working out fine because some leagues have actually pushed forward their schedule so that way players can get back to the WNBA season. So some leagues actually have changed to sort of accommodate WNBA players. So yeah. All right, guys. It just means more. It just means more. Brittney Griner won a gold medal earlier today. And during the playing of the Star Spangled Banner, with her hand on her chest, Brittney Griner got very emotional. She got very emotional. And understandably so. Brittney Griner, it means more. Like the gold medal around her neck, the national anthem playing, the USA on her chest. It means more. The reason why it means more is because we all know the story about Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner is a player who was overseas in Russia. She was there for 10 months in a Russian prison. 10 months. And the USA got her out. And because of that, she had it means more to her. Her love for the country, it just means a lot more because they were there for her. Like the United States fought to get Brittney Griner back in the States. And the fact that she is now able to give the United States a gold medal, to her, it means a lot. And to be honest with you, it was really cool to see. It was really, really cool to see, the emotions flowing from Brittney Griner. She's a player that we don't really see emotions like that for Brittney Griner, and she let the emotions flow because Brittney Griner didn't know if she's going to come back to America. She didn't know. She in 2022, she was detained at a airport in Moscow. She had a little bit of hash oil, which is illegal in Russia. She had it with her, and she paid the price for it. She went to jail, was in prison for 10 months, and ultimately, she was able to get a prisoner swap happen. A prisoner swap happened where, she was eventually able to come back to the United States. And from there, she was like, well, I don't really want to go overseas like that unless I'm representing my country. And finally, she had that opportunity too. She had her opportunity to represent the country. Yes, Brittney Griner is not the same player she used to be. She's not. She's not the same dominant player who can give you 20-something points or whatever and make a lot of stuff happen. She's not. But she is still a really good player that can give you some really good minutes. And I believe she did that in the Olympics this year. I believe she did that. She also did it in the gold medal game. Yes, I believe she should have played way more. She absolutely should have played way more. Absolutely should have played way more in that game. But she didn't. But I think she gave some really good minutes for Team USA and made it happen. And, she was emotional about it. She was emotional. And I, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, when you see other people get emotional, sometimes you get emotional too. And you're like, oh man, like it means so much to her. It just means more. It just means more. So shout out to Brittney Griner. Shout out to Brittney Griner. She came back to America off of a prisoner swap. And Go says, why don't you tell them about the other prisoner? Yeah, so the other prisoner was Victor Bout. I think that's how you say his last name. That was the prisoner that we swapped. I say that the United States swapped Brittney Griner for. Victor Bout is known as a terrible, terrible man, merchant of death, and that was the person that we swapped. That was the person that we swapped Brittney Griner with in 2022, I believe. So yeah, that's the thing. That's what happened. Brittney Griner is emotional because, you know, she's back in America. Well, not back in America. She's in Paris, but she's representing America. And she felt like America really was there for her. And she wanted to sort of help to win this for the USA. So it just means more. And I just wanted to highlight that for Brittney Griner. Now, guys, I do want to talk about the coolness of Stooja. Guys, Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson, they have a long relationship. These players have known each other for a long time. They have represented Team USA for a long time. Absolutely a long time. And it's good to see. It is good to see them get the dub. Absolutely. A'ja Wilson is great. Breanna Stewart is great. And both of them were able to help Team USA win a gold medal. So when we talk about Team USA, the best players on the team for sure is number one, it's A'ja Wilson. Number two is Breanna Stewart. Number three, I would say, in my opinion, is either Napheesa Collier or Kalia Copper. One of the two. In terms of like just general skill level. Just general skill level. And in the Olympics, Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson did their thing in this one. So when we talk about A'ja Wilson, she was absolutely the player of the game today. She was the player of, she was the MVP of the entire Olympic tournament. And guys, Team USA doesn't get stuff happening without A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson averaged 18.7 points in the Olympics. 18.7 points. She also averaged 10.2 rebounds as well. So averaging a double-double for A'ja Wilson. 21 points in the final game against France. 10 points against Australia. 20 against Nigeria in the quarterfinals. And she did her thing in the group stages as well. A'ja Wilson is A'ja Wilson. She gets it done on the offensive end. She gets it done on the defensive end. She grabs the rebounds. And she absolutely makes stuff happen. So A'ja Wilson does her thing once again. And her partner in crime, for Team USA at least, as usual, is Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart averaged 16.3 points a game during the Olympics, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. Today against France, she was not that effective. However, she was absolutely impactful in a lot of the other games for Team USA this year, this Olympics. And Stooja, I mean, if you got Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson on your team, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard for you to lose. It's kind of hard for you to lose. Now that we sort of went through generally what happened for Team USA, I do want to just quickly go through some of the players for Team USA and talk about what they did. Starting with Jewell Loyd. So Jewell Loyd, as you all know, did not play in today's game. She did not, but she did play in all the other games, or she did play in all the other games, and she played. She gave good minutes. When Jewell Loyd was out on the court, I thought she gave good minutes for this team. She won her first Olympic gold medal for Jewell Loyd. So shout out to Jewell Loyd. I thought she did what she was asked to do for Team USA. Yes, she did not get as much time as as she was probably expecting, as we as some of us fans were expecting. But hey, she makes it happen, and she gets her first Olympic medal. Also, another player with their first Olympic medal is Kalia freaking Copper. Yeah, Kalia Copper. She's a huge reason why Team USA won today. Huge reason. And it's not just about stats. It's not. Yes, she did finish with 12 points in today's game. She had 5 rebounds. Great, great, great. It was impact, though. Because, guys, you cannot just read a stat sheet and know how a player did. You can't. You cannot do that. This is a team that has players who make an impact that does not get shown on the stat sheet. What Kalia Copper did when she came in today's game, you cannot describe that in a stat sheet. Like, it doesn't show it. The stats does not show how impactful she was today. It doesn't. It does not show how impactful she was. She turned this team around. She was impactful on the defensive end, playing some tough defense. And on the offensive end, she was able to knock down big shots. Get to the free throw line, make her free throws, which was extremely important in today's game. That's what Kalia Copper did. So far in the tournament, she had 8.2 points a game that she averaged, 3.4 rebounds a game, and 1.2 assists per game. Kalia freaking Copper. Yes, she didn't play as much as maybe she should have in some other games. But she really started to play a lot in that Australia game. In that Australia game, she averaged she had 20 minutes in that game. Today's game, she had 22 minutes. In the other games, didn't really play as much, but they really needed her to step up in the game against Australia, in today's game against France, and Kalia freaking Copper did that. That's why they call her KFC. She's cooking up something delicious, and she is killing it, okay? She also gets her first Olympic gold medal. Guys, next up, I do want to talk about another player who got her first gold medal, and that is Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu gets her first gold medal in today's game against France. I thought Sabrina Ionescu was a huge difference maker in this game. Again, stats don't say everything. Sabrina Ionescu ended up with 0 points in this game. 0. That doesn't tell her impact. Doesn't tell her impact at all. She played 10 minutes in this game in the second half, and all 10 minutes were huge for this team. She got us rolling with momentum. It felt like it was almost it was two assists in particular that she gave to a two fantastic passes that she gave to Nafisa Collier for easy layups. And it was huge. Like, again, guys, stats don't tell it all. If you look at the stats and you look at what Sabrina did, and you're probably like, whatever, she didn't play that good. No. Sabrina Ionescu was very impactful in her 10 minutes in that second half. I wish she would have got it in that first half. I think it probably would have been a more easy flowing game for Team USA. But Sabrina Ionescu did her thing today. I thought she was impactful for this entire Olympics. She averaged 5.5 points a game, 3.3 assists. Again, guys, she is not the normal point guard for Team USA, right? Chelsea Gray is the only real point guard that this team has, but Sabrina Ionescu knows how to pass the ball. She has gotten so much better at passing the ball. She also has gotten a better shot. Overall, her game is a lot better, and she actually plays defense now. This is a player who, in the past, yes, absolutely, people can talk about her sleeping on defense. She used to do that, in my opinion. She used to sleep on defense. This year, no. She's good. She's good. And she made a big impact for Team USA today, and is a huge reason why Team USA was able to get the dub today. Yes, she had 0 points. But, guys, it does not tell the whole story. It does not tell the whole story at all. She was very impactful for this Olympics, for this gold medal. And she should hold her head high, knowing that she did what she needed to do. In my opinion, she exceeded expectations. Because again, it's not about the stats. It's not about the stats. It's about impact. And she had huge impact. All right. Lindy says, I like Sabrina too. She made a big impact. Yeah. Marvin says Sabrina came in and settled the team down and got us some easy shots before everybody was turning over the ball. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Paula agrees, said stats do not tell the full story. Yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't. And stats are great. I love stats. I absolutely love stats. Stats are awesome. But it doesn't tell the whole thing. It doesn't tell the whole thing. Next up, I do want to talk about J.O., Miss Jackie Young. So Jackie Young in today's game, I thought she played fine. In today's game. She ultimately did get fouled out in this one. She ended up with 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I think the thing about Jackie Young is Jackie Young can also, similar to other players, sort of make a big impact without scoring a lot of points. Jackie Young missed a lot of shots. A lot of Team USA missed a lot of shots today. But I like the physicality that Jackie Young brings to Team USA. Jackie Young is similar, in my opinion, to Alyssa Thomas. Solid body who is going to play some hard-nosed defense. She's going to get after you. And I thought J.O., what she was able to do on the defensive end was huge. Absolutely huge for us. Yes, again, she ends up with 2 points. She made an impact in this game. She couldn't hit her shot at all. And also I feel like some of those fouls against her were a little bit too soft, in my opinion, for FIBA. But she gave us 28 pretty good minutes. Yes, she turned over the ball. Yes, she did. Yes, she made some mistakes. However, I thought she played pretty decently. Ultimately, she finishes the tournament with 9.5 points a game, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. This is Jackie Young's second Olympic gold medal. She won one last Olympics in Tokyo when she played for the 3x3 team for Team USA. And her 3x3 teammate, where is she? Here we go. Her name is Kelsey Plum. And y'all, whenever KP is celebrating anything, KP has a cigar in her mouth. This girl, I don't know, I guarantee she must have brought cigars in her luggage or something, because she always celebrating anything. KP has a cigar in her mouth. But anyway, KP was able to get another gold medal. This is the second gold medal for her. She also won a gold medal for the 3x3 in 2021. And so she did her thing. I thought she was huge in this game. She was absolutely huge. Hit 2 big 3-pointers for Team USA. She wasn't a liability really on defense, which is pretty good for Team USA. Ultimately, she finished the game with 12 points, had 4 assists in this one. And for the tournament, she finished with 6.5 points and 3.2 assists. KP gets the job done, and she is, of course, celebrating with a cigar. Sesnatch says KP's happiness is infectious, as is her enthusiasm for the game. Yeah. JJ, I completely agree. Yeah. When Kelsey Plum, towards the end of the game, Kelsey Plum got fouled. Kelsey Plum goes to the free throw line. Kelsey Plum, instead of looking crazy serious, instead of looking crazy serious and stressed out, Plum is smiling. Plum is smiling. She is happy. And the whole time in my head, I'm like, girl, you better make these free throws. I know you all happy, but at the same time, at that time, it was a 2-point game. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's a 2-point game, girl. You better make both of those. You better not be that happy if you miss, okay? And she made both of them, and she was fine. But yeah, she was cheesing on those free throws. She was very happy. I was like, girl, you better make those free throws, and the rest of us will be happy. But if you miss them, we're going to be mad at you. We're going to be mad at you. All right, let's continue on. Let's talk about Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas has won her first gold medal for Team USA. And she has absolutely done her thing for Team USA. When we talk about Alyssa Thomas, you know, we talk about her hard-nosed defense. That's what she brings to the team. She brings hard-nosed defense. She brings passing and whatnot. Today, overall, didn't play that well. Alyssa Thomas did not play that well, in my opinion, today. She didn't. In my opinion, she did not play that well. But in the other games, she was largely impactful. In a lot of the other games. And so that is a thing. She ultimately finishes the tournament with 3.8 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. You know, when we talk about Alyssa, she's a brick wall. She's a freight train, whatever you want to call her. She is a player who can settle the team down. She can play the point forward role. And while, in my opinion, she wasn't as effective today, in other games, including the Australia game, including the Nigeria game, including the Germany game, incredibly impactful. All right, so today, I didn't think she played that well. I wonder if maybe she was a little bit hurt, because there was one part, I don't know if y'all noticed this, there was one part in the game where if it looked like she was grabbing her shoulder. Like it looked like her shoulder was bothering her in this game. And guys, let me know in the comments if y'all noticed that too. But to me, she didn't play her normal self. She didn't play like AT today. She didn't. And I wonder if she's dealing with the injury or something. Of course, we know that she's working with two basically broken shoulders. But she's been playing with that like that for a while. But I wonder if something else happened or something, because she did kind of hold her shoulder for a little bit in the game, and I was like, oh, did something happen? Is that why she's playing the way she's playing? Because to me, she didn't play like Alyssa Thomas. She didn't play that well today. She didn't. And so yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. Vaughn noticed it. Okay. Jasmine says, yes, I noticed in the commentators talked about her torn labrums. Yeah, I mean, we know, yeah. She's had those torn labrums for a long time. So, like, I don't, it feels like something new must have happened in addition, or maybe it's flaring up, or I don't know. Something. CAC says, I noticed her moving her shoulders weird and grabbing it, and the announcers did too. Yeah, I don't know. We all know she shoots funny. We all know she has broken shoulders that she's playing with. However, she's been playing fine without it. But I wonder if it's like giving her some additional discomfort or something. I'm not sure. It's very weird. And I think that's what sort of contributed to her playing bad in today's game. But very impactful for Team USA this tournament. And she gets her first gold medal. All right, let's quickly go through the rest of these real quick. All right, let's go to Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray, the point guard. Chelsea Gray has largely struggled in the Olympics. She was the starter for every game for Team USA this tournament. finished with 1.3 points a game, 1.2 rebounds, and 5.2 assists. Now, Chelsea Gray is not the Chelsea Gray that we know from last year. She's not. She's not back. She's not there yet. She did have some pretty good games where she was passing the ball really, really well, especially that first game against Japan. She's passing the ball really well. And then largely, that version of Chelsea Gray kind of disappeared a little bit. And she struggled. For a good portion of the time, she looked slow. She just wasn't with the speed of the game. And yes, part of that is because she's still just getting back from injury, and that's the thing, absolutely. But Chelsea Gray, she did her best. She tried her best. In my opinion, she shouldn't have been starting. But hey, she is a multi-Olympic gold medal. I think gold medal winner. Chelsea Gray is going to be back, and she's going to be back to the same Chelsea Gray that we know that she is. But yeah, she wasn't fully healthy, in my opinion. In my opinion, she wasn't. Maybe she'll say otherwise, but in my opinion, she was not. But it's up to the player. The player plays. It's up to the coaches to make decisions about who plays and whatnot. And it was a decision to keep her in, let her play a lot. That's what she did. I thought, her passes at flashes were huge. That's what Chelsea Gray does well. Passing the ball, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. That's not an issue at all. It was just sometimes that I felt like she was a little bit too slow on defense at times, and also on offense sometimes too. But overall, she's a player who can take care of the ball. Today she had 3 turnovers, but before that, she wasn't averaging no real turnovers. So yeah, I think that Chelsea Gray, she is normally an awesome player. She's not fully back yet, in my opinion. So yeah, well, congratulations though. I mean, cause again, guys, she won a freaking gold medal. Like that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool, for her to win another gold medal. It's one of those things where it's kind of hard, where I wanna like congratulate every player and whatnot, but I also wanna like recognize reality and recognize what we actually saw on the court. And she did struggle. She absolutely did struggle. But she was able to grit through it, and Team USA gets the dub. Guys, and Chelsea Gray wins her 2nd Olympic gold medal. Next up, let's talk about Napheesa Collier. She has won another gold medal. This is her 2nd gold medal for Napheesa Collier. Napheesa Collier plays for the Minnesota Lynx, same place as Cheryl Reeve. And Napheesa Collier, I thought, like, initially in the tournament, I thought she wasn't playing that well. And then as the tournament continued to go on, I thought she continued to play better and better and better and better. Again, not the normal Napheesa that you see in the WNBA, but this Napheesa was still pretty good though. She was still pretty good. Ultimately, Napheesa Collier had 7 points today, 11 rebounds against France, and she made it happen. My favorite game for Napheesa, it was really that it was really the second. It felt like the second half of that Germany game and on. I thought she played a lot better. I thought she played a lot more aggressive, and she got back to being the tough, like more of the tougher Napheesa that we know she is. Napheesa can play some defense. She's tough. Um, and initially to start the tournament, I didn't think she was playing tough. I thought she was playing soft, and I said that. But then as the tournament went on, I thought she played better. Is this the same Nafisa as in the WNBA? No, because again, similar to other players, Nafisa Collier is coming off of an injury, so she is not fully back yet. So we didn't see the same Nafisa Collier, but she did play a lot better in the last several games, in my opinion, at least. And ultimately, she does end up, making it happen for Team USA. She averaged 6.7 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 1.3 assists for the tournament for Nafisa Collier. And again, guys, this is her second. This is her second gold medal. All right. Next up, Brittney Griner. So I talked a little about Brittney Griner today, earlier, talking about, hey, it just means more that she was able to win another gold medal, and that is absolutely true. Guys, she is doing her thing. This is her third gold medal for Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner, as I said earlier, I thought that she was very impactful in today's game. She played way less minutes than she should have. She should have played way more in today's game, but she ultimately did finish with 4 points. Very impactful in the 4 minutes that she actually was able to get in the game. But she finished the tournament averaging 7.3 points a game, 4.2 rebounds a game. She's a player who is a big body. She's a threatening force in the post. And you better watch out if you're going against Brittney Griner. I thought that Brittney Griner, could have played a lot more minutes. She did not play a lot of minutes, especially in today's game, which is a thing. But overall, she does what she needs to do. She's again not the same player she used to be. She's not at all. But she's still very impactful. And again, guys, she's still 6'9", so it's kind of crazy. All right, next up, of course, we got to talk about Stewie. Brianna Stewart is sort of an elder statesman of sorts for Team USA, which is kind of weird for her to be like an elder statesman when she's still very, 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 very young. This is Brianna Stewart's third Olympic gold medal. And yeah, she did her thing. Again, guys, in my opinion, she's the second best player on this team, and she played well. In today's game, she didn't play that great. She was okay. 8 points in today's game against France in the gold medal game. But in the tournament, Stewie did her thing. She was in contention for the MVP, but ultimately A'ja Wilson ran away with it. More on A'ja Wilson in just a sec. But Stewie averaged 16.3 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists during the NCAA tournament. And again, she wins her third Olympic gold medal. And guys, I mentioned her earlier. Got to talk about it. A'ja freaking Wilson. A'ja Wilson. A'ja was A'ja. She was absolutely dominant in this tournament. Yes, A'ja Wilson at times not play like her normal A'ja Wilson self, but even a not so great A'ja Wilson is still better than just about every single player in the rest of the world. All right? That's how good A'ja Wilson is. Ultimately, today she had a terrible night. She shot very inefficiently from the field. So far, she was averaging really high marks for her field goal percentage. But today, she shot only 42%, which is very low for A'ja Wilson. It's pretty good for everybody else, but for A'ja Wilson, it was low. She had 21 points in today's game, 13 rebounds. Guys, 4 blocks. A bad A'ja Wilson game, a mediocre A'ja Wilson game is just better than everybody else. It just is. Similar to other players on Team USA, A'ja didn't play the best game today. She didn't, but still, it's still better than everybody else. Like that's how good A'ja Wilson is. That's how good she is. It's just crazy. So again, for the tournament, A'ja Wilson averaged 18.7 points a game, 10.2 rebounds a game. And guys, A'ja Wilson's gonna get at you with these blocks. She averaged 2.7 blocks a game. Again, 4 blocks today. Like it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I know Anna. Anna said 21 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks, terrible game. I know. It just shows how great A'ja is. Like it's funny. It is funny. It's funny to say that that's a bad game. That's a struggling game, not a bad game. That's a struggling game for A'ja Wilson. It just shows how good she is. She's just better. She's just better. Like it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Sesnach says that's a good observation. She's the best, even though that wasn't her best. Yes. Sesnach, absolutely. A'ja Wilson is the best, regardless if she's actually playing at her best. That's how good A'ja Wilson is. That's how good she is. She was fouled a lot. Guys, France was destroying us with fouling. Like, absolutely. They fouled us so much. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. How much we were fouled. We were fouled so much. And the refs didn't really call it. Because, again, this is international ball. So they're not going to call a lot of stuff that the WNBA will call. It is what it is. But yeah. Future Ghost says, imagine if this was a good game for her. Oh, yeah. If this was a good game for A'ja Wilson, she would have had like about 35 points. Probably 7 blocks. It's just she's just better. Like she's just better. Like it just is what it is. It is what it is. And guys, I can't talk about Team USA women's basketball without saying farewell to some of the GOATs, guys. This Olympics was our last time seeing some players, some very impactful players that have been the GOATs of their game. So I do want to highlight 3 players that, to me, deserve like a special recognition for just what they have done for women's sports, what they have done for their individual sports. And of course, I have to start with Diana Taurasi. So Diana Taurasi, you see in the photo, she has 6 on her hands. That's because she has 6 gold medals. 6 for Diana Taurasi. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. When you talk about sort of dominance at the highest of levels, Diana Taurasi is on that list. 6 Olympic gold medals for Diana Taurasi. She is the first USA basketball player to ever do that. Ever get 6 gold medals. She has played more basketball games than any U.S. Olympian in history. She is second all time in points scored when it comes to USA women's basketball competition in the Olympics. She has 3 World Cup titles. She is a literal GOAT as voted by team as voted by the WNBA. She has never lost a game when it comes to the Olympics. Never lost, guys. Diana Taurasi is a rare breed. She is a rare breed of player. She has literally not lost in the Olympics. Not lost. I know there's a lot of talk about Diana and whether she should have been on the team or not or whatever. That's not the purpose of this talk. Of this right here. This right here is an opportunity to sort of honor a GOAT. Honor what Diana Taurasi has meant for the game of women's basketball, what she has meant for USA basketball, and it's huge. It is absolutely huge, guys. Her first appearance, her first Olympics, guys, was in 2004. Are you curious at who one of her teammates was? Are you curious? Oh, it's Don Staley. Yeah. Diana Taurasi literally played with Don Staley in the 2004 Olympics. That was the first time that she appeared for USA basketball in the Olympics. It's crazy. that is absolutely crazy. In that Olympics, they were able to beat Russia in the gold medal game. So it's kind of, I mean, not Russia. I'm sorry. They beat Australia in the gold medal game, and so it's kind of cool that in her first Olympics, they beat Australia in the gold medal game. In her last Olympics, they beat Australia in the semifinals to make it to the gold medal game. Guys, the team, the players who were on the team in 2004, Tina Thompson, Tamika Catchings, Ruth Riley, Cheryl Swoops, Dawn Staley, Shannon Johnson, Swin Cash, Katie Smith, Diana Taurasi. If you all recognize some of those names, these are legend players who have been out of the game for a long time. And that's a previous generation of women's basketball players. And Diana Taurasi played with them. Guys, she is a rare breed. And I'm just trying to sort of paint the picture of like Diana Taurasi and who she is. Like it's just kind of crazy to think about Diana Taurasi. Like what she has done over her career is insane. It just is. It just is. This is her last Olympics. She is not coming back, guys. She is not coming back. She did not play in today's game, and I think it was a good decision for her not to play. She's 42 years old. She is the oldest American basketball player to ever compete in the Olympics. Guys, yeah. It just is what it is, you know. Cheryl Reeve was asked about Diana Taurasi and her legacy, and Cheryl Reeve said, in her final Olympics, the mark that she's making in terms of leadership, just sharing her knowledge that she has. She's a 6-time Olympian who's left her mark every time she's been around a team. I don't know that there's a greater competitor in USA basketball history. Diana Taurasi is sort of on Mount Rushmore in that way. She's a legend. Straight up legend, guys. In Tokyo 3 years ago, she said, see you in Paris. Now in Paris, she says, I'm not seeing you in LA. Guys, this is her last hoorah. Last hoorah for Diana Taurasi. And, I did want to just like do a short segment on her, just to sort of talk about her and like what she's done for the game of women's basketball. She's been around 20 years. 20 years. Diana Taurasi is a 3-time NCAA champion, 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time WNBA Finals MVP, 6-time Olympic gold medalist. It's huge. It is absolutely huge what Diana Taurasi has been able to do, and her legacy. It's impactful. It is absolutely impactful. All right, she's never lost a game. Never lost in the Olympics. Never. And guys, her record for Team USA overall, her record for Team USA, is 72-3. That's her record. 72-3. Guys. I don't know if hopefully that kind of helps you kind of get your head around her as a player. Yes, absolutely. There can be conversations about whether or not she should have made the selection for this team. Absolutely. Now, and I understand that. I get that. I've said that myself in previous videos. You can go back and look. But I did think it was important to acknowledge greatness. I think it was important. It's important to acknowledge greatness and to recognize what Diana Taurasi has meant to women's basketball, what she has meant to USA basketball, and ultimately, how it's going to be hard for anybody to ever emulate what she's done. It's going to be very hard. So it sort of is what it is. So shout out to Diana Taurasi, man. Like she literally has done something that no one's ever done. No one has ever done. So again, it's okay to disagree about her being selected on the team, but she's here. She won another gold, and she is forever in the record books for what she was able to do. Now, guys, Diana Taurasi is not the only player who is calling it quits after this Olympics. And guys, Diana Taurasi may play again for another season in the WNBA, but she is not going to the 2028 Olympics in LA. She already said that. So maybe she comes back for another season. I think after this season, she's probably going to be done playing basketball in the WNBA, but we'll see. She may come back for the WNBA, but she is officially done for Olympic basketball. All right. But she wasn't the only player who was done. Another player who bid her farewell for the last time is Lauren Jackson. So guys, if you all have followed this channel for any length of time, you all know that I am a giant Lauren Jackson fan. I think Lauren Jackson is one of those forgotten GOATs of the game of women's basketball because she's Australian, because she got injured and didn't play as much as she would have had she been healthy in the WNBA. I think a lot of people forgot about her. They forgot who she has been to the game of women's basketball, and I want to talk about her. I want to talk about her. So, Lauren Jackson is 43 years old. 43 years old, and she has made her last appearance in the Olympics. So she is a player who has won 5 medals. All right, she just won the bronze medal. Just won the bronze medal in the Olympics with Australia. She has won 3 silvers, 2 bronze, and she won that after Australia beat Belgium 85-81 in the bronze medal game that happened earlier today on Sunday. Now, guys, she is she's doing her thing. She is doing her thing. 5 medals for Lauren Jackson. 5 medals. She is tied for second. She is tied for second when it comes to most medals for a women's basketball player. So that's kind of cool. So shout out to Lauren Jackson. I did just want to talk about her real quick. Guys, she wasn't supposed to play in the Olympics this year. She wasn't. Lauren Jackson was not supposed to come back. She was not supposed to play. She retired in 2016, guys. She retired in 2016. She has had a horrible time with her knees, multiple knee injuries, has had multiple knee surgeries, and she retired in 2016. All right. She then decided to come back, and she played in the in Australia's league, Australia's domestic league, and she was asked by Sandy Brondello. To play with Team Australia again. So she played in the 2022 World Cup, ended up getting a bronze, helping her team to get a bronze for Team Australia. And when it came to the Olympics this year in Paris, Sandy Brondello called and asked Lauren Jackson to play. She called and asked Lauren Jackson to play. And Lauren was not expecting to play. She wasn't planning on playing in the Olympics. She wasn't. They asked her to play. It wasn't like one of those things where she's like, oh, I'm going to just try out, just see if I make it. No. They asked her to be on the roster. Sandy Brondello called her up and said, Lauren, we need you. Please be on this team. And she did. Lauren Jackson is a absolute GOAT of the game of women's basketball, in my opinion. She did not play in the bronze medal game, similar to Taurasi. She didn't play in the bronze medal game because it's a very, very close game. And Lauren Jackson is nowhere near the player that she used to be. Nowhere near. She used to be absolutely dominant. But she's not the same player anymore, so she did not play in that game. But it is awesome to see her get a fitting ending and get the bronze medal, just to sort of cap off what she has done for the game of women's basketball. Now, guys, in that bronze medal game, I would be remiss if I did not talk about Ezi Magmagor. Ezi Magmagor was fantastic, absolutely fantastic in that game. She had 30 points. 13 rebounds, was the reason why Australia even got the dub and got the bronze medal over Belgium. So shout out to her. Just had to say that real quick. But Lauren Jackson, farewell to the GOAT. There was finally one other GOAT that I want to talk about, and I want to just highlight real quick. We are almost done with the stream. Guys, I want to say farewell to Brazil's Marta. So Marta, guys, if you have watched women's soccer, you know Marta. I don't know if she has a name besides Marta. Like I don't even know. Does she have a last name? I don't know, but I know this. She is the best women's soccer player I've ever seen in my life. She has been at the top of her game for a very, very long time. She's older. She's 38 years old, which is pretty up there when it comes to women's soccer. But you know, Marta, one of the best players in the world, will pretty much forever be one of the greatest players to ever do it. She ended up playing in the gold medal game the other day on Saturday. Unfortunately for her, Brazil was not able to get the gold. They did get the silver. She did play in that game and gave her team some good opportunities. But yeah, guys, this is the 100th. She played 185 games with Team Brazil. 185 games. That's a lot of games, guys. She played in 6 World Cups. Played in 6 Olympics. I don't think there's anybody that can actually say there's another player better than Marta when it comes to women's soccer. Like I don't think there's even an argument. There's lots of great players who have played women's soccer, But to me, the player who stands above everybody, the player who stands above everybody's shoulders is Marta. She is an absolute insane player. She won her third silver medal in the Olympics. And she did her thing. This is the last major tournament that Marta will ever play. She said she will not play in any other major tournaments for Brazil. That's it. You know, her ending is a silver medal, which is really good. It's really, really, really good. She said, quote, I am crying after the game. She said, quote, I am crying out of gratitude, happiness. I'm not crying because we took silver. Look at how much we had to overcome to win the silver. And they did. Brazil overcame a lot of issues with their federation and whatnot to even get to this point to win a silver. So, you know, Marta, 3 silver medals. All of those silver medals were due to Team USA winning the gold. You know, in Paris, of course, they lost to Team USA. In 2004, in Athens, they lost to Team USA. In 2008, in Beijing, they lost to Team USA. Team USA is always there to stop Marta, but she has absolutely had a fantastic career in soccer. She's just great. She's just great. Unfortunately for her, she was never, ever able to win a major title for Brazil. Unfortunately, she was always in second place at best, and it was usually always to the United States. Marta's great. She is a generational player who we will maybe never see in the game of women's soccer. Who knows? It may be a while before we see a player as great as Marta and have the same longevity as Marta. So shout out to her. Shout out to the literal best to ever do it for Brazil. She, you know, player of the year multiple times. She's just great. She's just great. So yeah, that's Marta. I did just want to talk about her real quick because I just feel like in general, like she doesn't get the respect that she deserves. She doesn't. She does not get the respect that she deserves at all, in my opinion. Primarily because she plays for Brazil, and Brazil, one, they don't treat their women's soccer team with much respect, in my opinion, and two, because they always end up losing to the United States. But she's been dominant. She's been absolutely dominant. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. Now, guys, I am curious, guys. That's kind of everything I wanted to say. This was a long stream. Wow, this is almost 3 hours. This is a long stream. So if y'all are actually still watching, shout out to y'all for that. That's crazy. I had a lot I wanted to cover. So, you know, that's the thing. I had a lot I wanted to cover. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's it. Up next, 2028 in LA. 2028 in LA. So this should be fun. Let's see. Papa says unsubscribing now, boycott this channel. Oh, okay. What happened? I'm confused. What? Did something happen in the chat? Okay, well, farewell. I mean, everybody can feel free to do whatever they want. But yeah, farewell. But I guess something happened. I don't know. I'll check after the stream is over. Let's see. James says, "Congrats to all the Olympians. It takes courage, discipline, and heart to compete at that level. It does. Absolutely does. Absolutely does. But yeah, I did just want to do a uh I did just want to highlight some of the greats. There's a lot more. There is a lot more of people who have dominated and done their thing and whatnot. And so, yeah, I just wanted to highlight some people. I know this is kind of long, very long, I would say. My goal was really to just, yeah, to just highlight some of the stuff that I thought was pretty interesting, um, and also just celebrate. Like, guys, the Olympics is a big deal. It's a big deal. So let's celebrate the accomplishments of what has happened already. And so yeah. Now, guys, we are back to the WNBA. We about to be back in our bag, guys. We about to be back in our bag. And guys, with that being said, the award show is happening on Tuesday. Is no ifs, ands, or buts. It is happening on Tuesday, so I hope y'all are able to join me for that. I think it should be very, very fun. So yeah, join me for that on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time for the mid-season awards show. It is for sure happening. It is for sure happening because the WNBA is coming back, and we got to be ready. So, bunch of WNBA related videos to come in the next couple of days as we lead up into the WNBA returning. Now, guys, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate y'all so much. Anna, thank you so much for the super chat. Says thank you for highlighting some women's sports goats. Yeah, for sure. Like I love it. I like this is like I don't know, man. I know this won't get that many views or whatever, but that's cool. I'm cool with that. I think I love women's sports. I love sports in general. And so I wanted to just give this opportunity to just really highlight stuff that I found pretty interesting and stuff that I thought was cool. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I hope y'all have a good night. It's very, very late, so have a good night. Be safe, be healthy, and guys, if no one has told you today, let me tell you, you matter, you are important, and I am happy you are on this earth, guys. Be nice to someone. Tell somebody that they matter. And ultimately, guys, I will see you all right back here very, very, very soon. Please share this with someone. That'd be really awesome. Please share this with someone. I'm going to try to add some timestamps so it'll make it easier for people to navigate after the fact. But guys, I thank you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.